Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's your boy JT, and in today's video, we're going to talk about the CIE Chromaticity Scope. Okay, guys, so here we are. We've got the CIE Chromaticity Scope here, and basically, in a nutshell, the CIE Scope is a scope that allows you to be able to see the range of colors that you have available to you within the color space that you're editing in. All right, so now I'm gonna tell you kind of how this deal goes. If you look over here to the right, this shows you that right now we're in a Rec 709 color space, right? And then this outer area here, that is the area of colors that it's like the range or the limits that you can see with your human eyes. Okay, this triangle right here, you got your red, your green, your blue. This is the range of colors that you can actually see, or that are actually available to you within the color space that you're working in or that you're editing in. So you can change this up by going from, like right now we're in Rec 709 color space. So this shows you the limit of colors that you have that are available to you within that space. Now there are some other spaces that you can edit in, and it all depends on what your delivery requirement is. You know, your customer, your client, or whatever your actual delivery is, it's gonna determine what color space you actually edit to. If you're doing sRGB for web delivery or social media, or just, you know, for the ease of being able to work on your computer, then that color space triangle is going to look a little different from this one, and you'll have a little less colors available to you also. But that's pretty much it on the CIE scope, and that's how I understand it to be. Now I'm pretty sure there's a lot more, you know, in depth you can go for being able to understand this, and some more examples. But for the purpose of what it is that I'm doing, I'm either working in sRGB or I'm working in Rec 709. This is what it is that I always have mine in, because that's the color space that I'm typically trying to go into when it comes to editing my content, because I know that that'll be a little more universal for what I'm trying to do. I have a different setup working right now, so let's see. So now, what I wanted to do is be able to show you the difference between the sRGB and then also the Rec 709 color space. Okay, now let's go and choose a different one. There you go. You see how big that triangle is? There we go. All right, you see how much bigger that triangle is? You can also see it says Rec 2020 over here. But you can see now you've got a lot more color space that you can get to. You see that? So that means that you're gonna have a much larger range of colors that are available to you as far as for your actual delivery output on the Rec 2020. So this is the CIE Chromaticity Scope. You know, now as far as the trace, how to read it, when you look at it, you can kind of see. Now I know that this point right here is going to stay the same. these points right here are always going to be relative. And when I say these points, the points on the edge of these triangles, that's your RGB, okay? Those are always going to be relative to whatever your triangle space is, and your triangle is going to always be relative to whatever color space that you're actually delivering to, okay? So that's the reason why these points right here will move, this one right here won't. Okay, this is our white point. This one right here won't. All right. So let me close this out, because for whatever reason the streaming software, I say streaming, for whatever reason the streaming software won't pick up the scope. So I had to do a screen record on that for you, so you can see the actual change. So it takes a little bit of extra time. It's not as fluid, but we'll get it in there to make sure that you can be able to see it. Back in and go back into my space the way that I like for it to be. Let's see. Come back in my settings. See, you got a lot of different color, timeline color spaces, because you can put the timeline color space in here and look at your edit in real time, or whatever that actual timeline space that you want to look at. So you can leave it in here at sRGB and do that as well. You see that? You see how I want to show you how that? Oh, you can't see it because it's on a different window, but I'll do a screenshot of this just so that I can be able to show it to you, and then we'll run that. Yeah, so you can be able to actually see that whole deal there. So, well, guys, look, that's a quick and dirty explanation of the CIE chromaticity and the way that I understand it. It's basically something that allows you to see the range of colors that you have available to you, and that is depending upon what color space that you are trying to deliver your content in. Hopefully this video has brought some added value to you. If you're new to the channel, I thank you for stopping by. This is kind of how we do it. Some of these can probably, be explained in 5 minutes or so, but I like to try to, go through the mindset of what I'm thinking about as a beginner. And what kind of questions do I have? And I know that this chromaticity scope was always one of those, like, I ain't gonna touch it. I ain't gonna mess with it. Ain't gonna break my computer. But no, guys, look, like I keep saying, you can't break it. Look it up. It's a ton of information. Hopefully I can cover most of it. You can just stay right here with me and learn it all. How about that? So guys, look, I've enjoyed going over these scopes with you. We've touched on the waveform scope, the RGB parade scope, the histogram, the vector scope, and now we've got a good understanding of the CIE. So guys, look, I tell you what, now the scopes are important. Don't get it wrong. The scopes are hugely important. Now we finna jump into some other stuff. We're gonna see you in the next one, guys.